Hi there, it's Jenny from Quick Anime Recap, and today we're continuing the part 2 of the anime. My recently hired maid is suspicious, so sit tight and enjoy the video. The anime continues with Yuri running back and forth in the hallways, and when asked about it, he reveals he is training for the sports festival. So, Lilith decides to act as a cheerleader. And it was too adorable for Yuri to handle, prompting him to invite Lilith to the festival. After school, Lilith came to pick up Yuri, despite being told not to, but when she replied it's because she couldn't wait to see Yuri again, he reciprocated the same way, causing her to blush. Sneakily, Tsukasa continues to spy on them, noting she wished to have an adorable maid too. Falling for her bait, Fujisaki tries to act cute to appease Tsukasa, and it works like a charm. Back to Yuri, while he is having dinner, Lilith reveals she came up with a training plan, and she will train him until the day of the festival. Elated by this, Yuri thanks her for the effort. The training begins with a netball practice, and just as Yuri is about to score a point. Next up is the tug of war, and Yuri once again found a way to fail the training. Upset by this, Lilith cheers him up by saying the goal of training is to improve. Moving on to the final training, Yuri is determined to impress Lilith by crossing the finish line, however. After a long day of training, Yuri is completely exhausted, and Lilith offers to massage him to relieve his soreness, which she is so skilled at, he immediately becomes suspicious of her. The following few days, Yuri continues the training, and he improved a lot. On the other side, Tsukasa reveals to Fujisaki that her parents are unable to attend the festival, and she is really sad about it. Immediately, Fujisaki offers to attend the festival with her, not realizing until too late that Tsukasa manipulated her. The next day, Yuri requests Lilith to dress comfortably and heads off to school. Now at the festival, he is shown to be especially competitive, which Tsukasa suspects he is trying to impress Lilith. She is then shocked when Lilith claims Yuri will receive a reward if he wins, causing Tsukasa to think Lilith is offering herself as reward. With a bleeding nose, she is even more determined to help Yuri win the contest. And with the power of love and friendship, they won the tug of war. And wasting no time, Lilith congratulates for the amazing performance, causing Tsukasa to cry over their beautiful relationship. During lunch break, Lilith is surprised when Yuri reveals she has to compete in the parents' obstacle race, but when he cheers for her, she wins first place. After that, his classmates complain that a maid doesn't count as a parent, so he claims that Lilith is his precious family, not just a maid. As he describes his feelings to her, Lilith is embarrassed. He makes her sound more like a girlfriend than a parent, though this makes Yuri suspicious she is using magic to make him feel things again. The next day, while Lilith is shopping for ingredients, she is unfortunately caught in the rain. And when she arrived home, Yuri tells her to take a bath immediately. Jokingly, she teases Yuri to join her, but is surprised when he claims they can't because they're not married yet. The following day, Lilith mistakenly put salt in Yuri's tea, causing him to worry, as she never made such a mistake before. And while watching her doing the chores, Yuri confirms the rain gave her a fever, and quickly demands her to take a day off and rest. However, she insists to continue working, and when Yuri attempts to stop her, she breaks down and starts crying, worrying Yuri will fire her for being an useless maid. But Yuri tells her he won't let her go, and insists she get some rest. Now feeling better, she thanks Yuri for taking care of her, but when Yuri says he is surprised to see her cry, she runs away in embarrassment. Continuing the work she left, Lilith is perplexed and attempts to stop Yuri when he starts helping with the chores. However, when he asks if it's wrong in wanting to spend even more time with her, she accepts his reasons, and they went on doing chores together. Now getting ready for Halloween, Yuri decides to cosplay as a sorcerer to attend the Halloween party at Tsukasa Place. During this, he also tells Lilith to wear a costume too, so she teasingly asks if he really wants to see her in costume. This backfired on her, when Yuri replies she will be cute in any costumes. Arrived at the party, she is shown dressed as a dragon girl maid, which sends Tsukasa mad with fantasies about their love life. Enjoying the delicious foods, Yuri thanks Tsukasa for inviting them and Lilith for making the costume for him. Noticing Fujisaki is not in costume, Tsukasa forces her to wear a princess outfit for a photo shoot, much to her embarrassment. The next day at school, Tsukasa hands Yuri the pictures taken during the party, and they both remark the fun they're having that day. Meanwhile, Lilith receives letters in the post and seems concerned by it. And when Yuri unexpectedly shows up, she tries to hide the letters which caught his attention. During dinner, she reveals she has actually been hiding from her former employer to help him, but now they have found her and have ordered her to come back. However, Yuri refuses to let her go, as she already promised him not to leave him, and declare she is his maid and no one else's. Touched by this, Lilith throws away the letters and Yuri hugs her for the first time. The following day, Yuri can't stop thinking about Lilith in class. Tsukasa then chimes in, asking him to tell her more, so she might be able to help out. Which Yuri then goes on to explain that ever since Lilith became his maid, he can't take his eyes off her, and his chest feels weird every time she's near him. Realizing he is actually oblivious to his feeling, she tells him that he is not sick, but is in love. Which it didn't help him, as he also don't know what is love. Now getting hung up by this, Lilith is concerned when Yuri ignores her, even when she teases him suggestively. When she asks about it, Yuri decides to keep this from her, and asks Tsukasa the next day at school, and she invites him over her place, where Yuri shares his worries that Lilith might leave one day, but Tsukasa insists Lilith is happiest with Yuri. To explain love, Tsukasa invites him to read her romance light novels, though these are confiscated by Fujisaki before Yuri can be corrupted. In the end, Yuri didn't learn anything about love, but he returns to normal after seeing Lilith smile. During art class, teacher tasks the class to draw a portrait, so Yuri decides to draw Lilith to expose her true nature, initially causing Lilith to fear he means to draw her naked. After finished his first drawing, Yuri is repeatedly unsatisfied with it and begins to lose sleep over it, prompting her to try out various methods to put Yuri to sleep. However, it didn't work and he requests Lilith to just sleep next to him. As he tries to sleep, he confesses to Lilith about his confusion and worries he knows nothing about the real her. But he dozes off after Lilith sings a lullaby his mother used to sing. Next morning, Yuri awakens well rested but fails to remember what he and Lilith talked about. As he had such a good sleep, he insists Lilith sleep beside him again, though Lilith worries she is in danger of becoming sleep-deprived too. Despite the drawing not being finished to Yuri's satisfaction, it wins an award during art class. In Yuri's dream, he is shown to be giving a flower ring to a young girl with purple long hair. He is surprised when he is woken up by Lilith, as he told her to take a day off. However, he soon regrets it when he sees Lilith dressed up in a beautiful outfit, thinking she is going out for a date. As it turns out, she is just out to hang out with Fujisaki, who is also having a day off. Lilith then talks about how Fujisaki had changed over the years, and even admire her relationship with Tsukasa. Fujisaki denies the fact, and even turns the table on her, saying she also changed a lot since then. And before she leaves, she tells Lilith to let Yuri knows her past that she had been hiding. Unbeknownst to them, the man in question is following them and overheard the conversation. In that moment, a familiar lullaby is heard again, and Yuri seems to have an epiphany. When Lilith arrives home with gifts from the trip, Yuri confronts her on the past she is hiding from him, revealing that he remembers they actually met in the past, and question why she kept something this important from him. Lilith then explains she is worried that he won't remember her even after she told him, but Yuri counters it by saying he remembers everything and tells her to not be sad. The next day, Yuri made a flower ring for Lilith just like he does from the past. Now at school, Tsukasa is curious if anything had happened between them, which Yuri innocently says they just slept together, not knowing the actual meaning behind those words. Still confused about his feeling for Lilith, Tsukasa tells him it's because he is in love with Lilith, and he should confess his love to her. Finally getting it, he rushes back to his home and tells Lilith. But this beautiful moment is ruined when a girl named Natsumi appears and orders her to return to her mansion now. Thanks for watching the video. Still want to watch more anime recap? Click the videos on the screen to watch more. And don't forget to subscribe to catch the latest upload. Bye.